viewer from Glenwood wants to know, well, okay, all this talk about young children is interesting and important, but what about nursing homes, especially rural nursing homes? Start with you, Representative Dean. What about rural nursing homes?
Well, this last year was probably the best year in a long time for nursing homes, particularly rural nursing homes, where we changed the way that they get reimbursed, and it made it a lot easier to keep their doors open. And for many nursing homes around the state, it's the difference between staying open and closing the doors. So it was a great year for nursing homes. Our home and community-based services, a lot of seniors get their care at home and they want to stay at home. So that's kind of the next step to try to strengthen the people who are staying home but need a little bit of extra help in the home with what they need for PCAs and for other home and community-based services. So that'll be the next thing. But it was a great year for nursing homes, and not all of that money was really was used for wages for people who work in the nursing homes and also for health care. So people who were previously unable to access health care got what would be several dollars an hour raise in terms of what their health care benefits were. So seeing that really implemented was a very good thing for the state, and very good for particularly for greater Minnesota and regional centers.
Senator Abler?
Yeah, it was a good year for nursing homes. The challenge remains, though, in the whole long-term care system. How is it sustainable? And frankly, I'm so happy to be back with all these. This group of four could actually have another show just talking about long-term care, and it'd be a pretty good one. But I think it's time for a new vision of where we want to go. What is the future of long-term care in Minnesota? And it's not nursing homes. The future is going to come. We'll need half or less of those beds. People want to stay in their homes. They want to have qualified people stay there with them to help them stay. Technology and apartments for people with disabilities, and that's the future. How do we enhance that? By the way, it costs less to service a person in an apartment with supports than it does in some other group homes, and so. I'm hoping to catalyze that discussion. I'm glad we can kick it off here, and this will be the beginning of solving the problem.
Jim, talk about when you and I used to visit those apartment models that where if you lived in California, you can go ahead and look on your iPad and see how grandma and mom is doing, and you can note. I mean, it's amazing, and it's over the counter work that people are doing in order to get some safety in people's homes.
Well, and there's groups now. Mary T. in our area has pioneered it, and frankly, I used to think when I was a young legislator that tell the department to go come back with some innovation. Now I know that the legislators themselves have to push the departments, who are well-intended, but a little slow to move. So I think actually this group of four could be some of the ones to move them along toward the future and actually better services that's sustainable and help them be all they can be in keeping with helping everybody be to maximize their potential.
He's right. I mean, you got the silver tsunami coming in the state of Minnesota. I mean, we know that. We all know that. This is what everybody's talking to us about. But there's got to be some long.
Some of the rest of you people are getting old, but I wouldn't know anything about this person.
Oh, you're ageless and timeless.
Yeah, right.
I should have brought my drum set. I could have gave you a rim shot on that one, Barry. Would have been great. But those conversations are happening and need to continue to happen, because you got to look at how we're going to get some long-term funding, because you're right. You know, when you became the chair, and we did this in 2013, 2014, it was like now we're going back to try to make right to get people that work with our folks that are most vulnerable in the state, people with disabilities and our elderly, a 5% increase. That was what, 25 cents, 50 cents to give somebody to work. We know there are group homes in western Minnesota that are shutting their doors because you can go to work in Fargo and Moorhead at McDonald's for $15 an hour, but you can't pay. We're paying our folks that are working with our most vulnerable just really low.
Which is why it's time for a model change.
Absolutely.
Because there just aren't enough people to work in those positions.
And look at our argument with the CMS, right? The Centers for Medicaid Services, right? It's a $3 billion system in the state of Minnesota.
We'll just take over the show. Is that okay?
Would you guys get back to us when you've got it worked out?
And you break those into the four different categories of services and supports to the most vulnerable, right? And well, I won't even get to on the MA spend down piece on elderly waiver.
Let's not.
But right, I mean, that whole discussion needs to take place. CMS is saying do it differently, but sometimes they want to pull that trigger a little faster, and we're saying, wait a minute, we have to really, really look at.
We're the
reform.
ones to lead.
Yes,
Representative Murphy.
I agree.
So the nursing homes got we get some reform and a nice increase, which is good, and I think that's important for the state of Minnesota. I think we should be talking more about rural communities, not just nursing homes, where we know lots of people are aging. We also know that there are young families, choosing to move to smaller communities, and we see it in the data. So to regional centers, places with good schools. But when I think about the future of the state of Minnesota and an aging population, how are we going to make sure that there are decent hospitals and clinics available, and how are we going to deliver care? And we're going to use more things like telemedicine, and we're going to use providers that are extended because we've changed licensure laws, and we're already doing some of that work so we can stretch our workforce. But I also think we should think through broadband, make sure that transportation works, think through the main street of these communities, because it's a place where people are living, and eventually some of them will end up in a nursing home, and we want to make sure that is high quality, well staffed. But that's not the only thing that we should be thinking about when we think about rural Minnesota. And we've been having quite a debate here in the legislature and across the state about rural Minnesota, greater Minnesota versus the urban core, and it's really pitting Minnesotan against Minnesotan, and I think that's pretty disgraceful, and we shouldn't do it anymore. So I'm focusing on the state, the future of the state, and I think how we think about this question about an aging population living across this great big tall state and how we serve that is a really key question for our future and for the generations that come behind them.